Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Discover New Music podcast from us at Full Pelt Music. Shortly, I'm going to be joined by All Ears Avow, who released their debut album Horrors on the 10th of October. Before then, though, it's the usual reminders from myself. If you would, please do follow Full Pelt on social media. We're on Facebook at Full Pelt and on X and Instagram at Full Pelt Music. And again, if you would, please do hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, wherever you're watching or listening. But that's enough of that. It's time to get on with the podcast, so let's go. Well, absolutely delighted today to welcome All Ears Avow. We've got Claire and Jake onto the Discover New
Hello.
Music podcast. First question, always the simplest. How the devil are you?
Yeah.
Tired.
Stressed.
We're just off the back of a run of shows, right? I don't know about
Yeah.
you, but I'm feeling my age right now.
Yes.
Tired,
Tour.
but very good and very excited about
Yes.
things that are coming.
Yeah, absolutely. That
We
word.
lovingly call it bangover. That it's not a hangover. It's just generally like bangover from gigging.
It's just from loud music, isn't it?
I like that. I'm going to adopt that. Bang over. That is
Yeah.
that is good. Yeah. And like you touched on, Claire, excited was the word. Obviously, often the case when I get to talk to bands, new music on the way. So there's always a lot to delve into and talk about, which is great. Certainly great for me. And Discover New Music podcast for us today. Out of our two podcasts, this is the only one that has a set sort of structure to the first and the last questions. So the first question is simply as an introduction to listeners, because it's a Discover New Music podcast. Hopefully, some people might be discovering some new music. I mean, that was the whole idea behind it. So for people that aren't familiar with All Ears Avow, just as a sort of icebreaker, the first question is always what we call the origin story. So it sounds grandiose. It's not. It is probably the most simple question, actually, that we will ask. But what is the origin story for All Is Avow? How did the band come together?
Well, so I got bitten by a spider originally. Um, Actually, me, Joe, and Sean were actually in another band, and Jake was in another band, and we went on tour together.
Yeah.
Well, we played gigs together for a while, and we kind of like, um, yeah, got on, I suppose, and we put to sleep the old band,
Mm.
the old thing, and I guess you did after a while as well on your
Yeah.
other project or whatever, and put together All Ears Avow that was a bit different from everything we were been doing before. So it's not
Yeah.
the most interesting thing in the
No.
world, is it? But yeah, that's kind of it.
It's nice though. It's romantic. A nice little merger of two into one, and obviously we get
Yeah.
All Ears Avow, and obviously I've been really excited. The build up towards the album has been great. We've featured a number of the singles that have come out on our various playlists, and really
Oh,
loved
bless you.
everything
Yeah,
that we've
thank you very
heard.
much for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, genuinely only invite sort of bands onto the podcast that we're interested and excited to talk to. Yeah, really excited to get into this. And I'm going to caveat now. We're going to ask you about A Night Like This, the latest single, because it's a fantastic single. But I'm going to ask you separately about the video because I'm very excited to ask you about the video. But before we get into the video,
That's why I said I was tired.
Yeah.
Still video.
so before we get to the video, the song itself is just a fantastic song. Really catchy. Really enjoy the song, and I just want to know sort of how that song came together for you and what the song is all about itself.
How did it come together? I don't really know, like, from a musical point of view, but like what the song's generally about. I was actually watching, like, maybe this time last year. I reckon it would have been this
Yeah,
time last
feels
year. There
right.
was a series on the TV out called Sweet Pea that was about, I don't know if you saw it, but it was about a girl that she's having a bit of a not very good life. She was a bit invisible and stuff like that, and she got sort of swept up into becoming a bit of a psycho and started killing people. It sounds really weird for
As
like
you
writing
do.
a song about it, but I just I thought that it was like you know, what's the word? A metaphor, I guess, for like, um, you know, just getting carried away on a night out. It doesn't have to be going down the route of then killing people or whatever. And it,
cheesy chips or
yeah,
something, you know.
yeah,
Yeah.
gets away. Just kind of, I guess it's sort of just about like peer pressure, I guess. But it was inspired specifically from that film, I guess, like film, TV show, of like the euphoria of that this character was going through, of like that she'd been led astray by herself, I think, like by her sort of alter ego. And then as I was writing it, I'm quite a big vampire fiction fan. Buffy the Vampire Slayer,
The biggest.
the OG.
You're the biggest.
Yeah,
Buffy
the
fan.
biggest Buffy fan. And I sort of realised that it was also like a very good metaphor for vampires, really. And the song just turned into this, double entendre thing, I guess. And it just kind of wrote itself around that, I suppose. That's a very long answer, sorry.
No, no, it's a fantastic answer, and I love to get the sort of insight into, you know, the how songs sort of formed from a nucleus of an
Yeah.
idea into
It's
sort of
it's
develop.
more common that it comes from like well, for most people, I guess, that it comes from your own personal experience and stuff like that. But this was just from watching TV shows.
Which is
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. So, yeah, the video then, I want to touch on. So, you claim, Claire, to be the biggest Buffy fan. Now,
Yeah.
I'd like to think I may rival a little bit. I've got, I don't know, like Buffy sort of tattoo logo on me and all this
Oh,
sort of
you
stuff.
beat
man.
me.
So,
I haven't got it on my skin yet.
Yet.
so I've got at least two or three. I want the Gur
Have you?
Arg guy tattooed on
Oh,
me as well. Oh,
brilliant.
that's
Yeah.
that's gonna be the next one. I love that. But
Yeah.
Wicked.
yeah, obviously the video then for people that haven't watched it, you know, all of the themes you sort of picked up upon and talked about, you know, the vampires and everything that went into the song. You've managed to relay that fantastically into the video, and I always talk about videos anyway on the podcast because I grew up at a time when Kerrang and Scuzz and MTV were around and played video and watch them before school and after school. And, you know, I always
Yeah.
thought that you could relate better to bands. Like you watch you know, you get a sense of their style and, you know, I'd like, be like, "Ah, that's my next haircut," or "I want to buy that jacket," or whatever. You know,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
really sort of get a connection with a band through videos. And it's such a dying art these days. You know, it really
is.
is. It's
It
so
makes me
sad, isn't
really
it?
sad.
Yeah.
Really sad.
Now,
Especially videos with like narratives as well. I feel like
precisely.
even more so.
It's all about the short form, isn't it? With TikTok and
Yeah.
Instagram and everything, and it's kind of like ruined it a little. Like I love that it's made music more accessible for everybody, but also there's creativity and art and everything that goes into like the whole thing. And
Absolutely.
I love the album art. I love the video making, all of it. You know, I think it's all part of being in a band. So when you take rid of
100%.
all those aspects, it's
Sad, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And I wanted to give you full credit. You know, listeners, there will be a link in the bio for YouTube to go and watch the video because that's where we watch things these days. Because sadly, the channels I talked about either don't exist or don't play
Sadly.
music videos anymore. So yeah, well worth checking out. And as you say, it's sort of a narrative video. So you've obviously got narrative videos, you've got live videos, you know. But for me, my favorite are always the ones that combine the two. So, I mean, this video combines the two. So, from a music video lover fan point of view, love like the video, and then you add the Buffy sort of references and the Buffy
Crossover
scenes
point.
into it, and I'm just in heaven watching it. So it's like one of my favorite videos I think I've ever seen. So, I mean, first question on it is, how did you come up with the concept for it? How did you put it into practice as well?
Sorry.
Yeah, man, I don't know. I lie awake in bed at night, like with the song like spinning around in my head, and just like stupid ideas come to me, and then I go to the guys the next day, and I'm
This much text.
I know it's going to be difficult, and you asked me to not do a complicated video again, but I promise you won't have to do the dance that I think we should have in it.
Or be buried.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think that is like literally what happened. Like
Yeah.
I literally do just like lie in bed at night, like with something going spinning round and round in my head, and just I think when I'm half asleep is when the most ridiculous ideas happen, I suppose, because you're in that semi-sleep status where it's like kind of dreaming, and so anything is possible, and you're not thinking about
that's a good
the
point.
like the logistics of it or whatever. Just whatever is going on is going on, and I presented it as an idea to the guys, and everybody obviously loved it or whatever. But as we got closer to having to make the video, it was becoming like logistically like too difficult to like do it. And so we actually backed out of doing it, and I can't even remember what the next suggestion was. I think it was just going to be like a performance video. And we got closer and closer. Am I still answering the question that you asked? I think
You are.
we got closer and closer to like when we were shooting this performance video, and I was just like, guys, this just sucks, it not being the original idea. I still can't let go of it. I still can't, whenever I'm listening to the song or we're playing it, gigging it or whatever, like I can't like shake the idea. And we literally had 10 days or something like that to go for the first day of shooting, or what was the only day of shooting at the time, to be like, we need someone to choreograph something for us because we can't do that ourselves. We need dancers.
I literally, because I was like,
the vampire stuff needs prosthetics. Where do we get that from? I need to learn how to put it on my face.
Yeah, I was like, I think I know a girl that like has like a dance school or whatever. Like, I messaged her quite late at night, and I think the message started off with like, "Please tell me to go away." But what do you think? And she completely got.
She just literally went, "Let's do this."
Yeah,
Amazing,
like,
unreal. Yeah, and then like the next day she went, "Send me the track," and then like that evening sent us a video of like, "This is what I'm working on already." It was just a
love that.
What an absolute legend, honestly. And once I think that bit started coming together, so we almost like started the process of the filming and everything with this dance routine. Once that had like come together, we were like, well, we have to do all of the rest of the idea. We have to just like commit. And it just then became this August that we did all of this. It just became this like whole thing of like, right, order this random prosthetic thing that we found on the internet. It's going to take God knows how long to arrive or whatever, and we just like winged everything, dug a hole in my back garden.
And because we were doing it in August, we're at like peak daylight, so
we had to wait for the sun to go down every day, and we'd like meet up and be like looking at the clock like, yep, still another half an hour until sunset. This is like 10 o'clock at night or something. We're like, I need to go to bed.
It was the filming day that was the pizza shot and stuff. I remember us making the plan like, cool, we'll get to yours at like 10 to meet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Having an evening watching TV and going, right, cool, now.
You'd think we'd be night owls being musicians, but we're not.
No, we're not.
We're not at all.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely with you on that. I go to a ridiculous amount of gigs, and I'm a massive advocate for gigs have to be done by 10 o'clock.
Hell yeah.
Matinee shows.
Yeah,
matinee shows are the best thing. Absolutely. I mean, I'm now intrigued as well. I mean, you say you dug the hole, obviously for the grave in your gut. I mean, and filmed it. I mean, what's your neighbours thought was going on there then?
Yeah, you had any police knock your door?
No, yeah, I don't think anyone noticed, actually, really, did you? It's quite a long garden with just like a little patch at the bottom that we could do this hole in.
And it's Swindon, isn't it? Ultimately, no one's going to question it, I think.
Someone's digging a grave out there. No. Yeah, no, I think we got away with it.
Yeah.
I think we did it enough, like tucked around a corner and quite high fences and stuff like that no one really noticed what we were doing. So.
It is just amazing the effort you went through to capture this video, and obviously you must be delighted with the results.
Yeah, and I guess it's really nice hearing feedback that it also transpires and comes across, right? Because I feel like we can question if we're too close to it. Like, are people getting what we want to do with this,
or are they taking it too seriously?
Yeah,
because like obviously it's pretty B movie. It's not meant to be like an Avengers movie or something like that. We're just like for like randomers with a camera and just like sticking stuff on my face and things like that. I don't know. So it's just meant to be a bit of a joke, isn't it? And
as a side note, we did a video. I think it might have been Asleep at the Wheel. Again, same sort of B movie energy. And there was a comment on it like they'll give anyone a record deal these days. Or
yeah,
something.
we were like, you think we have a record deal?
I think there was budget behind this. Finally,
there was budget.
He smashed it.
That is fantastic.
Yeah, I think that's what we're going for, really, isn't it?
Yeah, totally.
Oh, well, I mean, certainly for me, I absolutely love it. It is like, I mean, as a music video geek, Buffy geek, it is just fantastic for what it is, you know, just genuinely brilliant. And
thank you.
I could genuinely like derail this interview now and talk about Buffy for, you know, the whole rest of this interview. I mean, I suppose I will just ask, are you excited? Obviously, it's coming back. We understand, you know, Sarah's behind it. Are you excited for the reboot or nervous that it won't capture the original?
Nervous, I think, because I don't know. I feel like there's been a lot of things like that I don't know. It's just very delicate.
Star Wars fan.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Obviously, I will watch it. I'm absolutely thrilled to bits that Sarah is involved with it. I think if she wasn't, then I would be a bit more,
Yeah.
They should just leave that where it was or whatever. But because she's involved,
agreed. It's positive, definitely.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
I'm same as you. Like without Sarah, I don't think I'd be as excited. I'd be more worried. I am obviously like it is frustrating that it's taken so long to some extent because obviously you have to question, well, how are they gonna like if you were going to bring in like some of the vampire characters, Angel and Spike, who obviously we'd love to see, but. I mean, David Boreanaz is still looking pretty good, but I think James Masters is.
It's not the same. Is it? It's supposed to be these ageless characters or whatever. I don't know. They made again budget, but they made I can't think what his name is. Robert Downey Jr. look young in the Avengers films, didn't they, and stuff like that. Like, and they
and Luke obviously in Mandalorian and whatnot.
Exactly. But. Yeah, I don't know. That's Disney, though, isn't it? And
totally.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Yeah, they haven't got the same budget as you making these massive movies as the guy thought.
Yeah, different budgets, I should imagine.
Just a little bit. But no. So to get back on to the most important subject, All Ears Avow. Obviously, all of these singles that were featured lead us onto. The album Horrors is out on the 10th, which is just over a week away as we talk.
Tomorrow, yeah.
And again, I love that I do get to talk to artists and bands, just before quite often the release of an album, because it is potentially quite an emotive time. So, what are the emotions that you're feeling right now, a week ahead of the release?
Panic.
Yeah. Disbelief.
So. Can we say about the our vinyl hasn't arrived yet and stuff, and that all should have, and we were given windows, and I feel like this is happening to every band, isn't it? But cause it was our first one, the first run of vinyl we've ever done and things like that, we really wanted it to everything be smooth, and it's just not being like that. So that side of it makes me feel panicked, and we're letting people that have pre-ordered and stuff like that down. But other than that, it just feels really good that the songs are finally I think we've released half of the album now, pretty much in singles or whatever. But there's other songs on that some of which are my favorites, they're just perhaps for whatever reason they weren't the singles or whatever, but they're my favorite, and so it's feels really good that they'll actually be out there, and also nerve-wracking that no one else will like those other songs.
Because tough, because they are sticking. There's a tune called Fire that closes the record, and this tour just gone, we've been closing our set with that tune, and every time we're playing it I'm I can't wait for people to know it. It's gonna be it's very anthemic, and I think it'll be awesome, people singing along and knowing it, hopefully, if they like it. They'll like it. Touch wood.
No, I'm absolutely sure they will, and I'm sure as well they will understand delays with the. I mean, you've seen some gigantic bands recently have
Yeah,
to delay releases of albums because of hold-ups with vinyl. It is
yeah,
obviously like well known, and it's just harder obviously for bands that haven't got a big sort of deal behind them and stuff to cope. And obviously you're doing a lot of work yourself, so it will be stressful. And
yeah.
perhaps listeners listening to this that have enjoyed the singles and the video, perhaps the nice thing to do will be, and there will be a link in the bio again, is to click through and just order yourself one of those vinyls. Absolutely going to be
It'll
worth
come
it.
one day. No, it's actually not. It's actually not going to be that late. In fairness, is it? Like it's days. It's a few days.
Yeah,
from what we understand.
Yeah,
but
the estimate I think is arrival on the 13th currently, and the record's out on the 10th, so it's
yeah,
the Monday after. So it's not too.
Just blame the postman. That'd be right.
yeah, yeah. Don't listen to this.
Yeah.
Like it's just the post.
Absolutely.
Royal Mail.
So I mean, obviously, it's so exciting, and listeners, I encourage you really do check out the album as it comes out. If you can buy physical, then that's always best because it's best way to enjoy music, but obviously supports the artist as well. But even if it is just hitting Spotify or your favorite streaming site, just do go and have a listen. I've had a sneak peek. We're preparing a review for it. It's going to be a great review. It's a great album. So my plug is definitely for listeners to check it out as it comes out on the 10th. And the great thing as well about bands releasing new music is it does mean shows. I do love live shows. You've been out on the road recently. Foxhaunt, I saw you play some shows with, who I've been really loving their work as well. So
yeah, that's it. Those guys are awesome.
Absolutely, yeah, that's a hell of a double header that is. And you've got more shows coming up. You've obviously got the release show as well in lovely Swindon. Just look out for the holes in everywhere, all the graves.
How are the potholes?
Well, there's that as well.
He's done his research on Swindon.
Yeah, absolutely. So I mean, you've talked about Fire and obviously how you've been playing that live, and obviously you've been playing a number of these tracks live. Have they translated to the stage the way that you hoped they would when you obviously put them together?
I think
so. Yeah,
yeah.
I think so. I think everything is gelled really nicely.
Yeah, there's maybe like one song for me where I'm playing quite a complicated guitar part while singing at the same time that I feel like I totally have to disassociate.
Yeah.
In order to get it right, that I feel like I'm not necessarily picking up on that one, but I think that's just me.
Yeah.
I think I need to write easier stuff.
Yeah, I think that the tour we've basically played new stuff short of like maybe 2 old tunes.
Yeah.
The whole set has basically been all new stuff.
It's felt really good. It's felt really good, I think.
Yeah.
No, excellent. And I'm assuming, obviously, there'll be other listeners can click through and they'll obviously be able to see all the shows that you've got booked already coming up, and hopefully they can come along to some. I assume there is going to be, the plan will be play as many shows as possible in the sort of next year or so.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Book us.
Yeah. We will come.
Book us and we will come, that's it.
Yeah, if only the Bronze was a real place as well that you could go play. That would be
tell
incredible,
me about it. So they had like pastries and coffee and gigs
I know.
And beer and everything was cool in there.
It sounds like the best place.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I've always thought if I win the lottery and I can open my own venue, I'm going to call it the Bronze, and I'm going to try and replicate that as much as possible.
We are so playing your opening.
Yeah.
We are so there.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'll be booking you. Don't you worry. So, listeners, obviously, another great way to stay up to date with All Ears Avow is social media, because that's the way the world works these days. So I always give out the handles, and they should pop up in the screen as well for people watching. And it is at EA Official on X and Instagram, and All Ears Avow UK on Facebook. So definitely go follow the band, stay up to date, so you can obviously check out the album when it comes out, check out the live shows, and go and get them. And just to sort of bring us around, I said the first question and the last question are always the same. So the way we close out this podcast, that having talked about the live side of things, is a little section I call Setlist Science. So I mean, we've established I'm a geek. I'm a music video geek. I'm a Buffy geek. I'm a bit of a setlist geek as well. You know, I just love paying attention to what bands are playing, what order they're playing it in, how they're playing it, etc., etc. So love this question, and basically the main question is, how much importance do you place into the structure of your set lists, and have you got any rules that you tend to follow?
Great question.
I think it's super important. I don't know that we've ever talked about any rules, but I definitely think there's a flow that I mean, I guess it's normally me that writes the set, right? I think there's a flow that I like to have of it being like bam, bam, bam for a bit, and then maybe like a little like
have a breather,
emotional, go for an emotional like thing, and then kind of like bam again at the end. I feel but I actually put the songs into a playlist, and like sometimes I'll listen to them, sometimes it's just so I can look at them and see how long the set is or whatever. But I wouldn't say it's ever really possible to tell if this is working until we play it.
Yeah.
And sometimes you'll write what you think is like the best set list or whatever, and then it just felt disjointed and awkward or whatever, and it's like, well, we're not doing it like that again. Those two songs didn't work next to each other or something. I don't know. But yeah, I've never actually like put it into words and thought about it at such a level before.
Yeah, that is a really good question. But you're right. Again, you come up with it, but from the other side of it, I feel more to the point it's like, you know, when it's not right.
Yeah.
I don't know, first night of a tour or something, when you're doing a new set list and you go, yeah, let's not do that tomorrow.
Yeah, and I think that's like a really personal, like deep inside you feeling as well of it just not gelling. Like it just for some reason just doesn't click.
Yeah.
It's a really odd feeling.
Yeah, it's a really good point. You're right.
And it's hard to get into your performance and your set if you feel like that about it, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you're like, how can it be disjointed? It's the same band, it's your music. But yeah, it's a really interesting question.
And I love that point. I really do, because obviously it's something that I love to pick up on. Not many bands really mentioned that side of it when I asked the question. And being a set list geek, I do, you know, follow bands that are out there touring at the minute and say, oh, what's this band playing this tour, and having a look. And obviously, go to a hell of a lot of live shows. And we'll see set lists and think, hang on, that hasn't worked. Whether it, like you say, it's those two songs there, or the way that they sort of split up the set list, or
it's the same as putting a record together, isn't it? Like an order. It's the same as choosing your order for your record. And like, I guess it's slightly less important because it's fleeting and it only happened that night or whatever, and you can change it for the next night. Whereas the record is like lasts forever. But I still feel like you are curating a playlist for people to listen to, that you're kind of going like, this is the best of us, this is what's going to sell us tonight, and we're trying to get like more fans, new fans, and also appease current fans or whatever. And so like if you miss the mark with it for whatever reason, that really affects me actually. Like, but yeah, it's an odd one.
It's a great attitude to have, though, because I mean, say some bands will stick with it, and I'll see them on tour and think that didn't work, and then I'll see look, and they're still playing it months later like that.
That's probably because they're on a laptop and the order is like really
it often is,
and they can't just change it really easily. It's like, oh, that's going to take me 6 hours to do those. So.
We've been in pre-production for 3 months. We are touring.
Yeah.
Exactly, stubborn, but like, the attitude of yourselves and the skill of recognizing, well, hang on, we could do that a little bit better, we could do that a little bit differently, and it'll work better. Is a great skill to take forward, I think. So absolutely fantastic that, and you sort of pass the test of sort of the answer on that question. The second part is something I added in like probably, I don't know, probably 2 years ago at this point, because the internet meme sort of came around encores and the whole peekaboo for adults and all that kind of stuff. So I thought I'll chuck that in, and I mean, either for yourselves playing, or obviously as fans when you go to shows. Simple question is just encores, yes or no?
It's okay. As the performer, I think it's an incredible compliment. I think it's a really nice moment, but I think when you've put the mindset of curating the set list and you want it to end at a certain point, and then you changed it again.
Yeah. I feel like this is something that I've changed my mind on quite recently, and that I don't really like them that much anymore. Because either, yeah, we all know that you're coming back out, or like just finish it, and I want to go home. And then on stage, I feel like the same about it, that like, well, this is our closer, why have that whole peekaboo thing? But when we've had like headline hometown shows or anywhere where it has been like super super busy and like the energy is really high, and the nights come to a finish and we've walked off stage but the whole room is like asking for more, I can't like deny that
No.
feels utterly amazing. And not just be like, sorry, I'm going up. Do you know what I mean? Like,
it booked me for 15 minutes and you're having 15 minutes.
Yeah. I think I've got to be in a, I don't know what would have to be wrong with me in that situation for me to be like, I'm not giving these people that have like given me so much back tonight another song. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like because of that, I feel like we've always got to prepare for it and be like, have another song in the back pocket so that if people do ask, we're not like, but a lot of the time we will just be like, there might be like 2 people at the front asking for it and everyone else is like chilled and going back to the bar and stuff. And I'm like, I'm not doing it just because.
I love the idea of having that song in your back pocket, like break glass in case of emergency. We need another song. Bring that one out. But
I will say it should only ever be the headliners that do this.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Absolutely. I think it is such bad form, and we've seen it so many times over the years.
Really?
If a band earlier on the bill have their 2 mates at the front or whatever that are shouting for them to do an encore. And in fact, we had it really recently. I was going to
say we did on this last run.
Where like, and the band's like going, "Oh, can we play another song?" It's like, no, because there's a night to respect and other bands to go on. You can't go over your set time. It's the same as playing too long. Like,
absolutely.
Yeah, your mum wants to hear another one, dude. But like,
that is not great etiquette on their part, is it? It's really not. But I mean, like I agree with you. I mean, I flip flop on it historically because I'm a sort of setlist geek, and there's a romance to the encore. Like, oh yeah, I want these extra. But obviously, the older you get, like the more you think, hang on, I've got a train to catch. Hurry up, I want to get out of here. Like,
I'm actually going to see Lady Gaga on Saturday.
Oh, amazing!
And it'll be one of those things because it's at the O2 in London. It's going to be absolutely hectic. Where I think we're going to wait for the song to start if she does an encore, and when we know what song it is, it might be like, right, cool, let's go.
Like, I hate to say it, but that is what I do at the O2 every single time. I know I'll look up, I'll know what that song is as soon as I hear it. I'm like, right, I'll listen to about 30 seconds of it right now. I'm gone.
I've heard the first chorus. I know it.
Oh yeah, but no, organic ones, as you say as well. Actually, like that's something special. Like that's really good. So no, absolutely love those answers, and I've absolutely loved this chat. It's been absolutely fantastic. So thank you so much for coming on the podcast. The final messages from me for the listeners are obviously to check out a night like this, especially the video, to watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer if you've never seen it, because what you've been doing with your lives. Obviously, Horrors is out on the 10th of October and is a must listen. Definitely check it out. Order, if you can, a physical copy and pop along to a show to see the band. So that is my final message, but I always leave the final message with the guests. So what will be your final message for the listeners today?
Oh, thank you so much for listening to us rabbit away.
Yeah.
About Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Go and watch Buffy.
He's never watched it.
I haven't.
Shocking. Well, I appreciate you coming on so much. I'm going to go away and start planning my Buffy the Vampire Slayer podcast now. But thank you for joining me on the podcast. Much appreciated.
Thanks for having us,
Cheers,
dude.
man.
Well, thank you everyone for listening. I really hope you enjoyed that chat there of All Ears Avow. Do make sure you check out Horrors on the 10th of October. And of course, follow the band across social media to stay up to date with everything coming from them. You can also stay up to date with Full Pelt. We're on Facebook at Full Pelt and on X and Instagram at Full Pelt Music. Finally, from me, do please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button wherever you're listening, because we'll be back very soon with another episode of the Discover New Music podcast.